I was an equestrian rider from early childhood, maybe 8 years old, until right before high school. And it taught me about nerve and grit. I skipped my college graduation to start at InStyle magazine. They handpicked me from my cube and asked me to go and help build out the digital practice. Holding 3 C-suite positions before the age of 37, you had to have the audacity to go for roles that you weren't qualified for. I was Chief Commercial Officer at Refinery 29 from seed stage into 9 figures, Thrive Global. The most pivotal moment of my career was deciding to bet on myself, was to launch my own company. Franklin West is a boutique business growth advisory that helps companies grow and scale. I have 2 daughters, Mila, who's 13, Holland, who's 9. The 3 lessons I hope my daughters learn from me is 1, take ownership of your life. Number 2, never sacrifice your values. 3, you can have it all. It's not just about career success. So really figure out what are your core priorities and passions, and figure out how they all work together.
To present our next Matrix Award, please welcome 2021 Matrix Award winner, Catalyst Brands Chief Customer and Marketing Officer, and co-host of the brand new podcast, Marissa Thalberg.
Okay, so picture, it's the year 2007, the still very early days of the digital era. I was then in a newly created role at the Estee Lauder companies as their very first corporate marketing executive, meant to scale digital and social media across all the brands. And through the noise of email pitches and meeting requests, this hyper-dynamic woman broke through. And the next thing I knew, she was sitting in my office. And the next thing I knew, we were putting together a first-of-its-kind deal. I don't think I realized until much later that this new partner of mine was barely out of college and had created a role for herself at then-new-instyle.com. Here's what I did unequivocally know then. Ashley was a star in the making, or more like a rocket ship. And I will tell you, through truly nearly 2 decades since, I have been fortunate enough to have a front row seat as a business partner, a mentor, certainly as a friend, as Ashley indeed catapulted to the top of the digital publishing world at Refinery 29 and Thrive Global, and as you heard more recently, as the visionary founder and CEO of Franklin West, for which I was a proud early client. We all know, and I think tonight there's just a total testament to the fact there is not a woman who has graced the stage whose litany of accomplishments isn't notable. What makes Ashley, in my opinion, the totally unique, vividly colorful butterfly that she is, and that goes beyond her usually very colorful wardrobe, is her how. And you know, coming towards the end of the evening, it's been so gratifying to hear how much we've talked about not all of these women's accomplishments in their what, but in their how. So let me talk to you a little bit about Ashley's how. She is a true Southern belle with New York grit and drive. And Ashley has always led herself with individuality, unbridled optimism, and, dare I say, love. If you know her, you know that she believes in the power of good words and deeds, and that practicing both is not oppositional to being a sharp, smart businesswoman, but rather can and should define one. Her generosity and determination to motivate others is real, exemplified, in fact, by her exceptional past leadership of NYWICI as its president during COVID, no less. And I'd like to think that the theming of this year's Matrix Awards around the butterfly effect had Ashley particularly in mind. So, in getting to introduce all of you to Ashley, let me do so by offering just a little bit of some of her favorite inspiration. And if you know her, if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see she generously shares that inspiration with others. But tonight what I get to do is turn the tables and actually hold that inspiration that she shares up as a beautiful mirror to her. Okay, so here are some of my favorites of hers that I think are actually a reflection of her. Lead your life unapologetically. Your authenticity is magnetic. Move with purpose and passion. Speak kindly. Live intentionally. Remember that success favors the imaginative. Trust that everything is unfolding for you. And one more, Ashley. In case no one told you, you make this world brighter just by being you. Friends, please join me in welcoming and congratulating 2026 Matrix Honoree and my dear friend, Ashley Miles.
Marissa, sharing this moment with you is giving me a flashback to where it all began, to when I was a 20-nothing-year-old Southern girl with big dreams to make it in New York City. I landed my first internship at Teen People after flipping through magazines in an Oxford, Mississippi Walmart, handwriting notes to anyone on the masthead who could get me here. One person got back to me, Adrienne Mellon, who's here tonight. Thank you for that phone call. And thank you for seeing me and hearing me. I must have sent out 45 letters. One person from New York City got back to me. After 2 internships, I skipped my college graduation to start my job as a sales assistant at InStyle. It felt like a real-life version of The Devil Wears Prada, where the stakes were high, the expectations higher, and figuring it out wasn't optional. I won't tell you who my Miranda was, though. She was there. True story. One day, getting coffee for my bosses, I got hit by a cab. Yeah. Being a cowgirl at heart, I rode horses my whole childhood. I'd been thrown off a few horses in my day. I walked back into the office with tire marks on my pants, juggling the boss's lattes, and a big Southern smile on my face. And I didn't say a word until now. Any lawyers in the house? Within a year from this moment, this disastrous moment, I was building InStyle's digital business before digital ads were a thing. And one of my first cold calls was to the amazing Marissa, top of the org chart at Estee Lauder. She didn't know I was 21, 22. I rode a packed C train, palms sweating, lugging massive pitchboards, you remember those, to sell the idea of combining competitive brands in one shopping environment. And today we just call it a marketplace and move on. Back then it was innovation. Flash forward, Marissa became my first client at Franklin West, and together we built a $1 billion revenue stream from nothing by inserting liquid SWAT teams of commerce media experts with internal marketing pros, some of them I think are here tonight, to scale a high-margin advertising business for a Fortune 50 retailer. Our commitment to elevating each other is exactly the kind of story NYWICI is made of. It's a sisterhood. Hi, Rita. Hi, Liz. It's a sisterhood that I'm grateful to Liz Caplow, An amazing mentor of mine, someone, again, who saw me and made me feel recognized. I love Liz Kaplow. Kim Kelleher, Jackie Kelly, Nancy, Judith. These women pulled me in and gave me the honor of a lifetime to serve as president during the pandemic. This was a tough time. I'm not going to tell you where I led the organization, where I was located when that was happening. Alabama. Together, we launched the Women Heard Initiative to shine a light on the devastating impact the pandemic had on women in the workforce, especially women of color. And here we are tonight, this special night, continuing to show up for each other. I remember sitting at one of those tables at my first Matrix Awards, collecting wisdom from the women on this very stage. And now it's my turn. To the scholarship recipients, one more time, stand up. I love these young women. If you have the opportunity to hang out with them and to hire them, please do. To my daughters, Mila and Holland, stand up. By the way, watch out, world. These girls are on fire. And to the senior leaders who have the power to shape what comes next, here are my genuine thoughts for you. Embrace difference. As the daughter of a Syrian immigrant Olympian, growing up in the South, I certainly knew what it felt like to be different. That feeling taught me genuine compassion for others and to prioritize making people feel seen and heard. In business, it taught me the power of accessing different perspectives to solve hard problems. And today, I gratefully share these fundamental values with my partner in life and in business, truly the most amazing man I know, Sam Miles, who, by the way, this guy can get a contract delivered in 24 minutes, not days or hours. So he's our modern day CFO at Franklin West. Do not poach him, please. Anything is possible. My company, Franklin West, is named for my grandparents, Frank and Madeline. They couldn't make it tonight, but they're in New Orleans. These are self-made entrepreneurs who exemplified the idea that anything is possible. My parents, hi Mom. They gave me the freedom my whole childhood to be bold and fearless. There weren't a lot of rules in our household. They just set us free. We took advantage of it. Waking up at 4 a.m. to prep horses on the road taught me grit, accountability, and the value of showing up with excellence, which is essential to succeeding in business and in life. And they also instilled in me faith in God, which is ever present in my life. And speaking of God, thank you for always riding shotgun with me, giving me stamina and grace when situations felt completely impossible to overcome. And if you're a leader in this room, a senior leader in this room, you know how painful it can get. And I couldn't do it without him. And a shout out to Ukanwa Oho, who's changing the world right now. The more things change, let's say this, do good business. The more things change, the more I believe in getting back to basics. Look people in the eye, deliver what you say you're gonna deliver, and always rise up and reach back. See what's coming and shape what's next. Don't let things happen to you. Find your inner bold, use your voice, be a relentless student of your craft. Be unapologetically and uniquely you, which as we experience the rise of AI, it's the most human thing you can do. Be yourself, let's be ourselves. And the AI seismic shift is not gonna slow down. It'll impact every corner of our lives, professionally, personally. So to the leaders in this room, as you implement new models and technologies,
Transform with care. The winners will be the ones that embrace AI as an empowerment tool for your people, not as a replacement. I challenge us all this evening, this special evening, to commit to our humanity, to rise up and to reach back, to offer someone next to you a helping hand, to really see them, see each other. And the most wonderful expression of the butterfly effect will be when someday someone from this audience is standing up here because the person next to them offered them their undivided attention. And that could be you. And that simple gesture sets them on their journey from a Mississippi Walmart to a New York City Matrix Award. Thank you.